Someone captured your gaze before spiritual eyes, and what they discovered there shook them to their very core. In your pupils, they didn't just glimpse your reflection. They saw a hidden truth that transcends the ordinary. Without you even knowing it, this person exposed your essence to beings accustomed to existence's deepest mysteries. They expected to find vulnerability, something that might weaken you, but the moment they dove into your gaze, everything changed completely. Their hands began trembling uncontrollably. A heavy silence fell because your spiritual energy revealed sacred flames, a blinding light and power that defies all human understanding. From that precise moment, one truth became undeniably clear. You are not an ordinary person. You carry the divine mark within you. Stop right now and listen to this revelation with an open, receptive heart. These words aren't ordinary. They're like light rays descended from heaven to illuminate your spiritual path. The Creator is revealing that someone, acting without your knowledge or permission, presented your very essence to a spiritual medium to analyze and decode your hidden secrets. But what was meant to be a trap, orchestrated against you, transformed into something infinitely greater and more powerful. The divine force that wraps around you like a cloak of light has been revealed in all its splendor. When the psychic contemplated your spiritual essence, their entire body was seized by uncontrollable trembling. Why such an intense reaction? The energy covering you exceeded anything they'd ever encountered before. It was too bright, too powerful to be contained within ordinary human understanding. They glimpsed the sacred fire blazing around your being, an indestructible flame that no earthly force could ever hope to extinguish. What was supposed to reveal fragility ended up unveiling undeniable strength, living proof of your extraordinary resilience and the magnificent spiritual mission you carry within you. As they described the depth of your gaze, their hands continued shaking visibly because each vision revealed the relentless movement lifting you to ever higher peaks. Mystical symbols began appearing spontaneously, all pointing without exception toward victory, absolute triumph, and divine alignment that no one can contest or deny. Before continuing this powerful revelation, write in the comments, "My divine light dissolves all shadows around me." This act will activate a protective shield around your aura and prevent any negative energy from approaching you. Your existence has never been mundane or ordinary. It's marked by celestial fire that consumes every obstacle in its path and illuminates even the densest, most impenetrable darkness. The divine declares that your moment to rise majestically has arrived, and nothing, absolutely nothing and no one, can delay or cancel the promise made to you. The power residing within you knows no limits and cannot be stopped by any opposing force. If you feel this is your time of brilliant victory, write in the comments, "I receive this divine promise with gratitude." Someone wanted to use your spiritual essence to imprison your soul, but instead found only sacred fire and the tangible presence of guardian angels. Your inner light blinded those trying to understand your deep nature, but they failed miserably because you are chosen and you don't fit any definition this earthly world could conceive. Every malicious attempt to stop you only confirms your exceptional spiritual greatness even more. Every doubt cast against you automatically transforms into new, brilliant confirmation of your victorious destiny. You're entering a period where even your most determined adversaries will lose themselves, not understanding how you continue rising with renewed strength. They hope to witness your definitive fall, but instead they witness your brilliance shining more and more intensely, carried by divine favor that multiplies even in the most secret corners of the spiritual realm. The hands that tried to measure your destiny trembled violently because you cannot be measured by human instruments. Your essence crosses all imaginable boundaries and goes far beyond any earthly limitation. Your crown may be invisible to the physical world's eyes, but it's heavy with authentic, undeniable spiritual authority. Every step you take is guided by providence, and your mere presence radically transforms the atmosphere of every place you pass through. If you feel you carry this invisible but real crown, write in the comments, "I walk with divine authority guiding me." The Creator affirms with certainty that wherever you go, you will be protected, covered with heavenly covering, and elevated above all circumstances. No opposing force will be able to stand against the divine timing already determined for your elevation. Your triumph is absolute certainty, because the fire burning within you cannot be extinguished by any storm. Your personal story isn't the result of chance or coincidence. It was written long before time itself began, marked by flames that no storm could ever hope to completely extinguish. When ordinary people look at you, they might see only apparent normalcy, but in the spiritual realm, everyone perceives the warrior ignited by divine fire residing within you. You've been underestimated for a long time, but this underestimation now becomes irrefutable proof that heaven supports you exceptionally. Legions of angels march in tight formation around you, and no betrayal, malicious gossip, or hidden curse can touch what the divine has already sealed definitively for you. Your spiritual ascension terrifies those who firmly thought you would remain small, but your destiny was always too magnificent to be contained in their limited projections. You are an incarnate answer, a living miracle that cannot be stopped by whispers, doubts, or contrary spiritual plans orchestrated against you. If this revelation touches your heart deeply, if you feel something resonating within you right now, consider supporting this channel by clicking the like button. This gesture of affection helps us keep this mission alive and continue bringing words of healing and hope to those who need them most. Right now in the comments, "I am protected by invisible forces working in my favor." This declaration opens pathways for angels to act even more powerfully in your daily existence. If you firmly believe you carry this living miracle, write in the comments, "I am an incarnate divine answer and promise." Every attempt to imprison you is being definitively broken. Each invisible chain gradually comes undone. Every false barrier collapses before the divine power permanently dwelling within you. The medium glimpsed the indestructible fire, but didn't understand that the more you try to extinguish it, the more it grows in intensity and power. Your spiritual identity is wrapped in sacred light. That's why no human definition can contain or limit you. You move within divine mystery, and this mystery constitutes proof that heavenly destiny progressively reveals itself in your daily life. Even in the deepest silence, your spirit expresses itself with striking eloquence. Even in secret hidden rooms, your name resonates with power because heaven has already officially announced your time of glory. Those who try to define you will remain in stunned silence because they won't manage to describe what only the Creator has written concerning your exceptional destiny. If you feel this is indeed the time of divine revelation in your existence, write in the comments, "I walk in the heavenly mystery guiding me." You're entering new, dazzling clarity where the invisible becomes visible and the hidden force inside your being springs forth as something absolutely unstoppable and unavoidable. What they feared when observing your spiritual field actually constitutes the protective shield preserving you from all harm. It's tangible proof that heaven fights for you in battles invisible to human eyes. The trembling they felt wasn't a sign of weakness on your part, but confirmation they had touched something sacred they absolutely couldn't understand with their limited intelligence. And you carry this sacred essence permanently. Your strength isn't of human origin. It's divine in its deepest nature. Your ascension isn't common or ordinary. It's eternal and timeless. The fire burning within you cannot be destroyed by any earthly force. If you firmly believe this fire already blazes inside your being, write in the comments, "I am unshakable and unstoppable in God." What they glimpsed brought terror to their hearts, because they ardently desired your fall and failure. But instead, they witnessed your spiritual roots deepening even further into fertile divine soil. They tried to contain and limit you, but every malicious attempt only transformed into fuel for your spiritual elevation. Every curse launched against you metamorphosed into confirmation of multiple abundant blessings. If you believe nothing and no one can stop you in your triumphant march, write in the comments, "I walk in my unstoppable elevation." You carry invisible but undeniable authority. It's precisely this spiritual authority that opens the most sealed doors, breaks the heaviest burdens, ensures your most determined enemies cannot retain you in their nets. You move surrounded by purifying flames, and these flames systematically repel every malicious shadow, dissolve all persistent darkness, and destroy each obstacle on your destiny path. The Creator's hand rests on you permanently, and no human hand can remove what heaven has already decreed concerning your glorious future. Your journey constitutes living proof that divine design exists in every aspect of your existence. Your light radiates with such intensity, it cannot be hidden by anyone's fear. Right now in the comments, "My inner strength grows greater each day." This affirmation strengthens your connection with the divine source and multiplies your spiritual power. The psychics saw you rising majestically, but what they completely ignored was that this ascension was already inscribed in divine eternity long before your earthly birth. Every path before you opens miraculously, every mountain bows respectfully, every chain breaks spontaneously, because you walk with sacred fire no one can extinguish. If you feel this is the beginning of your new life chapter, write in the comments, "I claim my new phase of growth and brilliant victory." Your existence definitively leaves confusion to enter perfect alignment. It abandons weakness to become tangible proof of extraordinary strength. What was once shadow now transforms into brilliant divine light. Heaven observes you very closely because your story is nothing common or ordinary. It's extraordinary, filled with divine purpose, wrapped in the purest celestial fire. Daily, angels surround you with protective light, guiding each of your steps, lightening your heaviest burdens, removing dangers you don't even consciously perceive. The fire blazing in your aura isn't present by chance or coincidence. It was placed there by the Creator himself with intention and love. People continuously question, how do you survive the most violent storms? How do you manage to rise so many times? But they don't understand the exceptional divine covering, preserving your existence from all harm. Your presence makes spiritual mediums tremble because it reminds them of celestial fire itself, a blaze that consumes without destroying, purifies without annihilating. Your power transcends the human to touch the purest spiritual. No earthly instrument can measure this force. Even the most experienced eyes in occult arts cannot fully grasp it. Every symbol revealed during that consultation pointed toward elevation, spectacular advances, new doors opening, and opponents bowing before your magnificent destiny. If you firmly believe your existence is wrapped in light and victory, write in the comments, "My journey is unstoppable in God." Your light deeply disturbs those moving in darkness, because light always reveals what remains hidden in obscurity. Shadows cannot resist your radiant, purifying presence. The divine declares your life will continue surprising many souls, not only through your personal efforts, but because you authentically carry celestial fire within you. This is precisely why no one can control, manipulate, or reduce you to anything lesser. You are chosen and freed from all earthly constraints. The trembling they felt constituted silent confession that you are different, marked and charged with something inexplicable and profoundly sacred. You're not defined by past pains or present challenges, but by divine favor that faithfully accompanies you to every place you go. Even when you were broken inside, your aura continued shining brightly because heaven's protective hand never abandoned you, not even for a single second of your existence. Fire simultaneously constitutes your protective shield, spiritual weapon, royal crown, and unstoppable energy of divine alignment. In this particular blessed season of your life, You're going to surprise so many people because what they tried to bury definitively will only serve to elevate you to even more impressive, brilliant greatness. If you deeply feel you're ready to rise even higher, write in the comments, "I am chosen and carried by divine fire." You're now entering places you only imagined before in your boldest dreams. You're receiving blessings you thought were much too distant and inaccessible for your reality. The Creator has already officially declared with authority, nothing can block your sacred mission. Your enemies already feel the intense heat emanating from your being and know perfectly, well, they cannot resist the indestructible divine shield completely. Surrounding your existence, daily, your aura expresses itself more powerfully than all human words combined, and celestial fire announces your victory long before human voices officially recognize it. They desperately sought fragility in you, but discovered only radiant, undeniable divine glory. They found irrefutable proof that you are unshakable for all eternity. The psychic couldn't define you in their usual categories because you don't entirely belong to this limited, earthly world. Your authentic spirit comes directly from the eternal source itself. If you firmly believe your destiny is absolutely indestructible, write in the comments, "I am unshakable forever." You didn't come to this earth to be contained or limited in narrow boxes, but to expand magnificently, rise gloriously, and shine intensely while carrying divine light everywhere you pass. Your mere presence calms the most violent storms. Your sincere prayers move the most imposing, immovable mountains. Your words carry considerable, transformative spiritual weight because heaven itself has endorsed and approved every authentic aspect of your being. This sacred fire constitutes your most precious, authentic spiritual heritage. It cannot be stolen by malicious hands, hidden by stratagems, or denied by opposing voices. Even those who betrayed you in the past must now admit they cannot stop you in your triumphant march, because your glorious destiny is sealed with the highest, most undeniable divine approval. Right now in the comments, "I radiate light that transforms everything around me." This powerful declaration activates your spiritual transformation power and exponentially multiplies your positive influence on your entire environment. If this revelation continues touching your soul in its most intimate depths, if you feel you sincerely desire to support, so this message of hope reaches even more people who desperately need it, click with love and generosity on the like button. This gesture of affection and support truly helps us maintain this living, radiant light mission for everyone. You are divinely chosen to rise victoriously from the darkest ashes, to miraculously transform scars into pure strength and pain, into unstoppable testimony of brilliant victory. If you firmly believe you are chosen and protected by heavenly forces, write in the comments, "I am marked by eternal divine victory." The trembling they felt was an authentic prophetic sign sent from heaven. Even invisible realms and spiritual dimensions know perfectly well they cannot retain the one heaven personally chose for eternal glory. Your inner fire makes the most tenacious demons flee, breaks all curses without exception, dissolves the deepest fears, and perfectly aligns blessings on your destiny path. Your aura is truly unstoppable because it's constantly fed by eternal light itself, that inexhaustible source of divine power. With every malicious attempt orchestrated against you, it becomes even more evident and manifest that the protective shield covering you is absolutely indestructible and impenetrable. The fundamental reason they cannot define you in their limited categories is that you far exceed all conventional human definitions, shaped by the deepest heavenly mystery and continually guided by eternal, unconditional love. Your entire life constitutes a living prophecy in perpetual transformative movement. Even your deepest moments of silence carry transformative, healing spiritual energy. Even your most bitter tears release purifying, regenerative force. Even your longest waits contain creative, manifesting power. What they glimpsed during that spiritual consultation was only partial confirmation of what heaven already knew perfectly since eternity. Your journey is absolutely unstoppable, and your glorious destiny now unfolds in all its magnificence. If you deeply feel you are this living prophecy in action, write in the comments, "My journey is unstoppable in God, and nothing can stop me." Your spirit is fundamentally indestructible, and your life path has been carefully prepared by the Creator without any possibility of failure or deviation. He tenderly reminds you today that your spiritual elevation isn't scheduled for a distant future. It's already happening now, already visible and tangible for those who have eyes to see. Therefore, advance with unshakable confidence toward the blazing victory that will stupefy your most determined adversaries, inspire many souls seeking light, and perfectly glorify the perfect divine plan. The sacred fire inside your being is unshakable and unstoppable, burning with more purifying intensity than ever before. What deeply frightened the spiritual medium wasn't darkness or any negativity, but the holy, pure light that continuously radiates from your authentic divine essence. If you firmly believe this heavenly light already shines powerfully in you, write in the comments with faith and determination, "I advance in fire and divine victory." Claim now with authority your glorious destiny, your inextinguishable inner fire, your radiant transformative light, and your absolutely unstoppable spiritual journey, blessed for all eternity. Dear luminous, precious soul, if this message has touched the deepest, most sensitive fibers of your heart, if something profoundly meaningful has resonated within you during this spiritual revelation, I warmly invite you with love to subscribe to this channel of light and hope. Your blessed presence in our spiritual community is infinitely precious and actively contributes to creating a powerful circle of mutual protection and collective elevation. Share generously with us in the comments your own personal story of spiritual transformation. Tell us authentically what you've learned most importantly and transformatively from this revealing message. And tell us sincerely how these divine words have illuminated and expanded your understanding of your own divine mission on this earth. Your personal, authentic testimony might be precisely the spiritual key that opens another soul's heart, someone currently going through trials similar to yours. Together, united in divine love, we form an authentic spiritual family united by eternal light and the Creator's unconditional love. Drop your energy in the comments. "I am worthy of divine love." 777, "My light cannot be dimmed. I walk in unstoppable victory." Remember to like this video if it resonated with your soul. Subscribe for more transformational content. And check out our exclusive spiritual guidance in the community section. Your support keeps this divine mission alive and thriving. You are chosen. You are protected. You are unstoppable.